Hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So today we're going to do a artifact comparison between the Retracing Bolide as well as the Crimson Witch, 4-piece Crimson Witch set for Hu Tao. So without further ado, let's check that out. First we'll compare the normal attack. Okay, so this is the Bolide 4-piece. We will try out in the first normal attack first hit. Unfortunately we didn't crit there. 14051 as the crit. 14051. Okay, so it's 14k on the normal attack for the Bolide set, Bolide 4-piece. Now let's check out the Crimson 4-piece. Okay, this is Crimson 4-piece now. You'll see that my HP is higher because of the different artifacts, the different substats. Okay, 11.7k. 11759 on the normal attack. So you'll see a difference of 2.3k. It's about, I did a quick calculation before, it's about 19% more on the Bolide attack. Now, once I show you guys the stats, and I will do a deep dive on the stats as well, and you'll see why that the Bolide is dealing so much more damage. Okay, now let's compare the charge attack as well as her Blood Blossom. Okay, so I always start with Bolide first for comparison on the same type of damage or skill. Wait, sorry. Let me jump back. 40747 damage, guys. 40k damage, almost 41k damage. Very nice. This is with the Bolide set. Now let's look at the Blood Blossom damage. 33k. So 33k on the Blood Blossom damage. Pretty nice too, but bear in mind that the Blood Blossom damage is every 4 seconds, yeah? Okay, now let's look at the Crimson. The same figures but for Crimson. Let's see what kind of damage we can deal. For Feathers of the Test, I have been doing it on the same mob here. Sorry. 34k, 34099. 34k on the charge attack. Compared to the Bolide that was 40747. Huge difference, right? It's actually also about the same, it's about 19% really. Now let's look at the Blood Blossom. Let's hope we crit. Okay, very nice. We did crit here and it's 34399. So the Blood Blossom does more damage on the Crimson than the Bolide, which is to be expected, because the Crimson effect does boost the Blood Blossom, but it does not boost the Bolide does not boost the Blood Blossom. Okay, because Blood Blossom is considered as elemental skill and not as the normal attack. Alright. Let's check out the burst. Okay, so let's see. 82.82861 is 82k damage, almost 83k damage. This is on the Bolide 4-piece. Alright, now let's check out the damage on the Crimson. Crimson 4-piece should do more damage on the burst. Okay, sorry guys, I did a bit of mistake. I lost the footage on the Crimson 4-piece burst, but I did take it down, the damage. So we'll run through that in the Excel later when I do the deep dive. So first off, let's look at the Bolide 4-piece, the stats. We have 38.5k HP, 2647 attack before using her elemental skill. Okay, so you'll see that my HP is slightly lower here. Crit rate and crit damage. Crit damage is the one that is pretty good. It's 67.6% crit rate with 227.6% crit damage. So the crit damage is actually higher than on my 4-piece Witch. Okay, now let's look at the stats for the Bolide. This is actually my zone list Bolide Helmet, so I kind of cannibalize it for him. But it's not so bad. He only suffered a little bit loss in damage. There was a Pyro Goblet that is also the Retracing Bolide that I had all along on set. So that's why we now use a offset HP sense because I couldn't find one Bolide HP sense yet. This is a nice feather. We look at the stats. And from the farming today, I also got this flower here, where the upgrades aren't too bad as well, at least for Hu Tao's requirement. Okay, so these are the artifacts that we have. Now let's look at the buff from the E. Okay, so now we use it, and we are at 5286 attack. Okay, now this is nice, but if you guys remember my stream yesterday, it's actually lower than the 4-piece Crimson. So let's look at the 4-piece Crimson stats now. So this is 4-piece Crimson. HP is 41591. It's only 102 HP short of the 400% attack cap. Attack is 2724. Sorry, 23. Crit rate, okay, that was a bit too fast. Sorry, attack is 2723 before E. Crit rate is 63.3, crit damage is 182.5%. So now you know why the Bolide does a lot more damage. But it's also because of the Bolide side effect as well, which I'll cover later when we talk about the stats comparison itself. So these are the artifacts that we have. It's the same as what I showed during the stream on the first day of Hu Tao's release. Exact same artifacts. Only this feather can be considered good, the rest are just usable. You'll see that all my artifacts aren't that great because I haven't really got lucky with the artifacts. And I kinda don't want to farm anymore. I feel like building on my other characters. Yeah. Okay, so now with E, it's very nice. It's 5574. Granted, I am using a Pyro Resonance team right now because of the loot together with Hu Tao, but it's still very, very impressive. It's still very, very good. And now let's look at the actual comparison of the stats and all the numbers that we have done so far in game. Okay, so this is it. Our test has been with R5 Homa, C3 Hu Tao, 50%, less than 50% HP, Pyro Resonance, no food, no reactions were used at all, no buffs. So you see for Bolide 4-piece versus Crimson 4-piece, there's a difference of almost 300 attack because of the way my artifact stats were. We don't have enough HP on it. So maybe I will farm to try to get my HP to the 400% attack cap, or maybe not, really depends, because the crit damage here is very good. We have 227.6% crit damage. And that is the main reason why, along with the Bolide 4-piece effect, that we are hitting such a high figure. 14k on my normal attack first hit, 40.7k on my charge attack, and bear in mind that my normal attack and my charge attack is only level 7. While the Crimson 4-piece, what it does is 11.7k on normal attack, 34k on charge attack. So imagine while you are spamming throughout the whole 9 seconds when Hu Tao's E is active, this is going to make a huge difference. Now other than that, there's also the Blood Blossom, which I have at level 12 right now, 12. So level 12 is only slightly lower, mainly because of crit damage, but just remember that I also have 300 less attack on the Bolide. I'll do some simple calculation later just to show how it looks like in terms of the actual expected boost using Bolide. Okay, now the burst itself, 8286 is what I managed to show that earlier. Crimson was 84785. Yeah, I messed up and I lost that video. So anyway, it's 84785. It's about 2000 more on the burst damage using the Crimson set. Okay. Now let's look at the some quick calculations. Okay, so basically, if you see the boost, right, the Bolide, this current configuration of Bolide is giving me 19% more damage on the charge attack, as well as the normal attack. The normal attack on the charge attack is dealing 90% more damage. But the actual expected damage, if you think about it, this is the bonus damage that you would have with Bolide, plus the 33% from the Pyro, so no, from her talent, where when her HP is less than 50, she gets a 33% pyro damage boost. And 46.6 is the pyro damage cup. This is the one with the 4-piece switch effect, assuming that we have used the E and we got 1 stack, right? So this is the damage buff. So all in all, if I compare these two bonus damage figures, the actual damage boost of Bolide over 4-piece Crimson is actually 9%. And if we don't factor in the shield strength, we don't factor in the reactions boost, it's about 9% more. So 9% more is actually pretty nice, but it's definitely lesser than the 19%. And the reason why is because we have crit damage. Now imagine if I were able to get a HP, which is almost the same as this, that would actually bring us to about the same as this attack after E, and along with 40% more crit damage, I think we can probably do maybe about 13% more, 30, more than this figure. So Bolide definitely has a lot of potential, and if you do have a Zhongli, the Bolide is definitely worth considering for Hu Tao. It's actually pretty good. And even if you don't have Zhongli, let's say if you have Diona is not bad as well. Diona's shield at level 9 lasts for 12 seconds. The Hu Tao's attack, the E, lasts for 9 seconds. So essentially, you can ensure that she has the shield all the time, other than when you take too much damage and the shield breaks, because no shield is as sturdy as Zhongli's shield. So Bolide is actually a very good option if you have Zhongli. Together with Zhongli, this is the best set for Hu Tao. If you are a more generalist set where in future you don't need to rely on a shield giving character, then Koinzell is not bad. But bear in mind that there's a lot of shield characters really. It's not just Zhongli. There's Xingyan, there is Diona, there is Noelle, there is even Beidou has a shield on C1. So yeah, there are a lot of options. I definitely recommend Diona as the second choice if you don't have Zhongli. Yeah. Alright. So anyway, that is it. There are other options in terms of the set, such as Crimson 2-piece with 2-piece Noblesse for the burst build. If you are going for a burst build, my burst hit damage here is kind of low because burst level is low. There's no additional buffs and no food, no reactions, no characters giving buffs, etc. So that's why this is, you can think of this as like the raw base damage. You can imagine with all the multipliers, it can go pretty high. So I guess it's viable if you want to go for the big PP number, but yeah, personally I think that Hu Tao is more suitable to focus on her normal attack and charge attacks, because she'll do very well with those, and not to mention it's a lot more fun, in my opinion anyway. So yeah, if you can afford to farm Bolide and if you have Zhongli or Diona, Bolide is definitely a better choice. Now Crimson 2-piece and Crimson 2-piece Crimson with 2-piece Glads is not that good. I've already covered in my previous guide. If you think about the overall number, especially if your attack is as high as this after the E, the actual benefit given by the Gladiator set is not high. It's about 2.7% versus something like 5% damage, where 2.7% is the Gladiator's boost. But that being said, in the end, because of how demanding her artifact substats are most of the time, make do with what are the pieces that you have that can hit that type of stats that she needs. But if you assuming that all the stats are equal, I personally think that Bolide is the best. Just look at these figures here. And to be fair, let's say it's just only 9%, crit damage is the same. It's still 9% more. It is still more damage. Yeah? Alright, so I hope this video has been helpful to you guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Remember to like the video and subscribe for more if you find the content helpful. Alright, see you guys next video. Bye.